Hello, do you need help making the right decision about your dreams? You are not alone. In this episode and the subsequent episode, we assess the following topics. Is it time to give up on dreams? How to determine the appropriate time to give up on dreams? And lastly, why you should never give up on your dreams in the first place. Also, consider the following. What are your motivating factors? What plans do you have in place to achieve your goals? Why do you do what you do? Kempfer et al. Determine motivation as a psychological process that influences how personal effort and resources are allocated to action about work, including which direction to go, the intensity of your effort, and persistence of these actions. Unquote. In essence, what is it that motivates you or one is different from one another? The motivational factors can now be known by just walking with people or looking at them. Motivation is subject to change when the need changes. Intentions and actions can change quickly, such as experience in nature, leadership, location, environment, education, exposure, age, your desire, wealth, family, and behavior change may change motivation factors. All these listed above are like a catalyst or factors that either motivate you or that can reduce motivation towards your goal. Please listen to the following analysis carefully. The motivational theory analysis in this episode will help guide your decision making towards either you should continue to work on your dreams, or if it's the time to give up. There are many factors contributing to dream goals and dream realizations. There is a significant gap that must be considered or fully prepared between the point A and point Z, which is the point of your dream and the process between to reaching dreamers' realization and goals. Christian Biblical state, is there anyone here who planning to build a new house and does not first sit down and figure the cost so you will know if you can complete this house or not? If you continue anyway, you will look foolish if only you get to the foundation and lay the foundation and then you run out of money. Everyone passing by will poke fun at you. They will say, he started something he could not finish. Luke 14:28 Message Translation. As an industrial organization psychologist, I have since realized that the most researched topic include motivation and personal and organizational behavior. The resurgence of theories and applied researchers successfully separated job satisfaction and morale as different entities. leading motivational work theories as ideological phases for planning for dreams and goal attainment. Therefore, it is essential that dreamers and content creators successfully have a plan in place. Such plans include financial sources, income, informational technology pieces of equipment that you might be needed, materials, operating system cost, and employee salaries if needed. Dreamers often need to acquire others' talents, effort, skills, and wisdom, including the input and guidance through employee. Sometimes dreamer needs to purchase books to study or attend seminars, even ask for lunch date in order to sit and ask questions from the people who are successful in the field. At this stage, we will relate dreamers' realization of goals to the founders of businesses and organizations. At the end of the day, goals become businesses, organization, or landing a dream job. To maintain successive goals, leaders must strive to be informed of differences in the behavior of individual employees, acquaintances, colleagues, or vendors because of their effect on the growth and effectiveness of businesses and dream realizations. Furthermore, understanding an individual motivation, cultural values, and behavior will enable employee productivity and commitment to the founder's goals. Success and profitability to be more attainable and reduce dysfunctionality and high costs. When employees are not satisfied or the leader does not know how to relate with their differences in cultural value, it creates a reduced motivation, or for employees might quit the job, which will at the end of the day lead to high costs. Founders who understand and manage individual motivation and behavior benefit from knowing why people do what they do. So you are here, you want to connect with me, you want to partner with me. Why is that? We need to put all of this together to make sure we are on the same page, the same dream, same motivation and desire, and have a plan in place to help us to proceed, such as their characteristics, the values, perceptions. We need to know their reaction and motivating factor, not just bringing people in to support you, to tell you what to do and do it. Are your goals in alignment? The process, are you in alignment? Before you invite people or employee to join your organization, you need to make sure you understand their motivating factor, if it is in line with creator or founders or businesses. In a concise analysis, I will share right now some motivational theories about why dreamers and creators, even the individual, desire to make a difference in a particular field or a place, or to become an expert in a specific field. What is their motivating factors? I share more and extensive motivational theories in my leadership training classes. Let's begin with the need hierarchy by Maslow in 1943. Maslow develop the 5 scales of need, beginning with the most essential, which means physiological, individualized whole body, wholeness, healthy or normal, unique functioning of each part of the body. If we are not whole, it will be difficult to bring your best into any organization or dreams or goals attainment. Number 2 is safety. Who wants to walk in an environment where you are not safe anyway? 3 is love. Christian principle encourage loving God, loving your neighbors as yourself. So if you love yourself, loving yourself is very important in being a creator, a dreamer, because in many occasions there will be disappointment, failure. You do not have to take it on yourself, nor your neighbor. You need to learn and respect your personality. Be courageous. Number 4 is esteem. Being highly regarded or respected. Do not look down on people who are different from you. Do not mistreat people who are less than you. God created humanity with diversity so that we can bring each unique value together to make something whole. Self-actualization. The complete realization of one's potential and the full development of one's ability to an appreciation for life. What are you putting in place to help you so that you can be confident? You can do more, and that will motivate you to keeping on. Another theory we're looking into today is theory X and theory Y by McGraw 1957. Founders and management consider employees' innate trait, self-desire, and such as that if management were so organized, they will follow through and will fulfill their organization's personal goals. It is very essential for organizations to follow through with their organizational culture. So whatever you have in the paper, that is what you get by the time you are employed in the organization. No disappointment. Theory-driven empirical research, Porter, 1961, developed a need sufficiency to measure the motivational aspect of job. Porter concluded that emotional and mental balance between managers and employees increases autonomy and self-actualization. Have you ever experienced people going to work and you're not sure what you're going to get today? You're not sure what is going to cause misunderstanding today. Such is what we're asking. This can create emotional imbalance in giving your best at the place of work. Job characteristics theory. Hackman and Oldman's theory, this bridges the existing gap between motivational theories and the developed motivational potential in human nature, enabling employees to learn, grow, accomplish personal achievement, and develop and meet the threefold need: psychological need, technical, and social needs. A place of environment which encourages growth. Some organizations help employees to pay tuition for education so they can grow. Things like that encourages and motivates employees to bring their best to work every day. Equity theory, developed by Adams in 1963-1965. This bridges the inequity gap regarding financial incentives, perceived discrepancy, and perceived inequality in the amount paid for the required workload. It's always very detrimental for one employee with the same education working with the same organization and to realize that one is paid less than the other. Next is expectancy theory, which states that individuals choose based on intrinsic or extrinsic motivation. That is effort, performance. Some people just want you to tell them what to do. They are confident, they have experience for this, and they want to be let alone to do that, to bring their best all the time. And others, they need to see the rewards, the extrinsic motivation. They need the reward, influences performance and satisfaction. They need to be noticed for what they are doing. So this is part of what needs to be learned by a dreamer or content creator or founder. For people to work with you, you need to know where their motivational factors are. Next is behavior modification. Skinner's 1974. Behavior indicates an individual's functioning ability. The environment can influence behavior. If the environment is not comfortable, and hostile environment can reduce employee or worker, even individuals' motivational behavior. So motivation determines follower behavior. However, behavior can change over time. When things that are comfortable become uncomfortable, that also can change our behavior over time. Next theory is goal setting theory. Founders created goal setting theories to attain achievement. That is where we started from, to know what do you have in place, what are your motivating factors. Do you have plans, financial, technological, employee income? Do you have all of this in place? And this will help the founders to predict performance and satisfaction level, which facilitate expectancy theory, because it has been validated for practical and scientific validity. So when setting goals, we want to set attainable goals. We want to plan ahead of time by setting attainable goals and breaking goals into smaller parts. When you conclude one part, you will be excited, and that will motivate you to continue with the next one. How about goal limitation theory? Possible drawbacks in goal setting. Just as its name, goal limitation. This will cause a drawback in goal setting, especially when goals become conflicting. The possibility to set more than one goal, and it could lead to neglect of one goal for another. When individual or groups set more than one goal, the goals are better off when they are interrelated and prioritized and ready to provide accurate and equal undivided attention for each goal. Have you heard the saying, Jack of all trades, master of none? This is a very fast recipe for motivation killing. It kills your motivation when you have divided yourself in so many areas, so you can concentrate on one. It is always advisable to focus, bring all of your energy into one goal, complete it, then go to another one, And if you have to, some of us are multi-talented, you have to do things that are interrelated so that you can give equal, adequate attention into all or both of them at one time. So you are not using one to feed the other and one is neglected and starved. Next theory is a social cognitive theory. Bandura, 1977, emphasized behavior as a measure of cognition, environmental variable, and goal setting. So, social cognitive theory focuses on the extent of motivation and strength of an individual's self-efficacy. How qualified are you with your dreams? How qualified are you to reaching your dream goals? What about your environment? How did you set goals? This all works together, and that is why I want us to lay this foundation before we move into the next topic of deciding whether to give up on goals or not give up on goals. Give up or not give up. So we are laying the foundation in order to be able to make a sound judgment. The next is self-regulation. This approach focuses on training individual to assess behavior or input towards their desired goal and to be willing to exercise personal discipline to reach that goal. So you have the dream, you set goals at a point or the other. We all know that we get bored, we get discouraged. Sometimes failure sets in, but are you disciplined enough to give yourself a break? Are you disciplined enough to persevere even in the moment you wish to just give up? Example would be my PhD dissertation. I can see the light at the tunnel, but then I was so tired and fatigued, and I have a deadline. So do I have to just sleep in? I have to get up sometime and walk from 3 a.m. in the morning till the next day to meet up this deadline. And this will be for just a short period of time. You have to be disciplined to persevere. Gratitude and knowing that this is the I'm almost there, help me to persevere through my PhD graduation and completion of my dissertation. Those days, it was persevering, principle, prayer, and letting people help where necessary. The last is job characteristics revised. Hackman and Oldham's 1976 revised theory aims to bridge the gap between job autonomy and employees' various job performance skills in order to satisfy and enrich followers. Personally, and when viewing from a Christian leadership perspective, I have always been intrigued by Maslow's 1943 need hierarchy theory and how it correlates perfectly with the biblical principle. The principle states, suppose a brother or a sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, go in peace, keep warm and well fed, but does nothing about their physical need, what good is it? In the same way, if it is not accompanied by action, faith by itself is dead. James 2:14-17. A good example is you're walking and then this individual, and it's raining and cold. This individual is wet and you can tell he's very hungry. And then you go there and you tell the person, make sure you keep warm, make sure you get warm food, and then you keep on going. That is what we're saying. In this situation, for this man to receive whatever you have information you have for this individual, you need to get him one blanket. You need to provide one meal. Make sure they are all okay physiologically. The whole part of the body is in sync. Now this person can bring the best to the table. This person, if you have someone you're working with and they come down one day, maybe the family issue, maybe children is in the hospital, maybe they're lacking finance for something one or the other, you need to get to know them, provide for this thing if you can, or lead them to where they can get help. This is how your partner or you are motivated to bring your best every day. I have two questions for you, and I want you to please leave your comment. Would you say what's good a job is if your income cannot pay your bill? Number two, would you say what's good is an employee to the organization if the employee detests the job but only accept it just that he might pay the bill, which means he will not be motivated. He will not be bringing the best to the table every day, but needed the paycheck to pay his bill. I want to know where you stand in with these two questions. And please, this is our foundation. Now, in the next episode, we will now move into, is it time to give up on your dream? That's one. And then from there, we will go to subsequent question and try to provide analysis and different analysis on which side you will decide. The perception of quitting is actually different from that of failure. We will be looking into this in our next episode. Please, I ask to help us subscribe and share this message so that we can be reaching more people with courage. God bless you. Amen.